What's up everybody and welcome, this is Carl93 and today we'll be taking a look at the Nendoroid, LANCER, ARTORIA Pendragon. The one, the only, King of the Storms. ARTORIA Pendragon, or more commonly known as Saber, is the face of fate, and she has been for the duration the franchise has existed. She's so prominent within the fate circles, there's an entire trope named after her, Saberface, which is pretty self-explanatory. Though there have been non-Artorias that fall under the Saberface category, and in some instances made it outside of Fate, Saberface has mostly been a myriad of different Artorias that have been featured in Fate Grand Order. The subject of today's review is ARTORIA Pendragon herself in a what-if scenario. With that being said, first look and what is there to say? Blonde-haired, green-eyed, girl knight. LANCER takes the design traits the OG Artoria pretty much perfected and does just about enough to differentiate her from her Saber counterpart. For starters, her hair is styled a bit differently. The blue underdress with the golden trim highlights is still there, though it is a bit more revealing, and her silver armor is more spread out as compared to her younger alternate self. LANCER also has a golden crown that's more akin to a circlet than an actual crown, and of course, the one, or should I say two things, that really stand out physically, and that's her mommy milkies, her doinky boinkies, her boobs are bigger. Boobies. Which is of course accurate to how her FGO character art looks. Visually, I think GSC nailed ARTORIA LANCER in a chibified form like they often do with their animated Nendos, although, and this is more of a preference thing, I wish they went for her Stage 2 look, which she basically has more armor parts, and she could have come with an alternate badass helmet part that's from her Stage 1. But instead of talking about what we didn't get, let's move on to what we did get in terms of accessories. And what better way to start than with Stallion, Artoria's ivory-colored steed sporting a similar colorway of blue and gold while clad in silvery armor. Stallion does have a bit of articulation. And a bit of a fun fact, as of recording, ARTORIA LANCER's in-game sprite can't dismount from Stallion. Moving on, ARTORIA comes out of the box with a stoic expression, but she can easily switch between a screaming face and a shy face. We also get multiple alternate arms and several alternate hands. And of course, she comes with her signature weapon, the lance that shines to the end of the world, Rongo Miniad. She comes with two copies of the Divine Lance, one that's in its default state, and another in its Noble Phantasm activated state. We also get an attacking effect part that can be put in either of the two lances. LANCER also has a flowing crimson-colored plastic cape which contrasts from Saber's navy-colored cape during her Stage 3 in FGO. And finally, as usual for Nendos, she comes with a clear stand which you can attach to ARTORIA herself, or even attach it while she's mounted to Stallion. The stand is oversized, so it'll be able to accommodate both ARTORIA and Stallion. A quick size comparison, and here's ARTORIA LANCER next to Robot Spirits Gundam, and really, you only need one Nendoroid size comparison. Here's ARTORIA LANCER next to Nendoroid ARTORIA Pendragon Saber. Nendoroid ARTORIA LANCER feels like one of those figures that we should have gotten a long time ago, especially since FGO's Camelot chapter is close to 6 years old. But now that she's finally here, she is well worth the price. And speaking of price, there are currently two versions of Nendoroid ARTORIA LANCER in the market. We have a regular version, and the one that I have, which is the DX version. The main difference? The regular version does not come with Stallion, doesn't come with the activated lance, and doesn't come with the attacking effect part. Ultimately, of course, it's up to you, but I recommend spending the extra dough and getting the DX version immediately. It avoids buyer's remorse for later and the constant thought of wanting to double dip. But hey, maybe you just really want ARTORIA LANCER herself, and that's cool too. And that's it for this review. This has been Carl93, and remember in the beginning when I mentioned a myriad of different Artorias? Well, I wasn't kidding. See you next time.